Hello everyone and welcome to the Proc. I'm your host B and we're here back again to help you level up your game. And to help you level up your game, we have today's guest, RYUUJIN. RYUUJIN, please introduce yourself.
Yep, this is the one and only RYUUJIN. I've been playing Summoner's War for about 6 years. Roughly, still not roughly 6 years, but like almost 6 years. I started like really casual in the very beginning, but then as time progressed, like more friends started playing, I got really into it. Yeah, I'm an SSA and multi-legend arena guy.
With what you just said, you're a multi-time arena legend. Do you know how many arena legends you've actually gotten?
Yes, I've actually gotten 10.
Yeah,
yes.
So for those of you who don't know, we're going to be talking more primarily on arena, right? So, for those of you who maybe don't know what the typical meta ADs and AOs are, RYUUJIN's going to give his tips on how to counter the typical ADs and what are the kind of typical AOs that he uses. And on top of that, what is it about arena that really interests you?
Honestly, since the beginning, when about the very beginning of Summoner's War, it was just arena guild war. There's no siege, there's no RTA, right? So the only thing to really strive for was like getting that red star in arena. So that was basically what really captured me into it. Basically the progressive nature of this game, right? And then you see like, oh, you're what is it? You're fighter 1, and then you go to conquer, and then you start like, oh, I need to get more stars. Then the level achievement was like everyone wants to be a red star, right? And then legend was like so far away, like it's like one of those things that you can never achieve, and I just keep striving for it. That's what got me into it.
What would you say is your kind of favorite memory or experience from Summoner's War, whether it's in the game specifically or maybe some of the things that you've gotten a chance to do outside of the game, whether that's go to meetups or go to SWC? Like, what would you say has been your favorite experience or memory?
In terms of experience, not in game, one of my favorite ones that's not too long ago actually was the New York meetup.
Pivoting back to arena a little bit, was there like a specific unit that you obtained that made you more interested in arena?
I know there was one. I knew they like that moment, right? But I'm not sure which monster it was. It was either Tiana or Zyros. Actually, I remember my AO specifically. It was Zyros and Varad AO with Galleon.
Typically, when you are pushing for Arena Legend, how many Arena Wing refreshes do you go through?
A lot. Basically, it depends on when I decide to rush. If I rush like the full hour, or if I decide to rush like the last 30 minutes.
What was like maybe one of the things that you did to help you kind of like help you take that next step in arena?
What really helped was actually just playing. Like you see, instead of being scared to hit like a high ranking player, like a Guardian 3 or Legend player that you see, you just hit it and see like how your runes or how your monsters match up to their AD, right? And then just constantly like, oh, if you can't do enough damage, if you're like AO only does like half damage to them, then you're like really far. So improve your rune. It's not your monster, it's your rune. You're not doing enough damage. You're not consistent enough. You don't have enough accuracy. Just stuff like that.
Okay, so I guess in that same light, if there was one tip that you could give to players to kind of help them progress in arena, what would you say that would be?
Like just learn what the current meta is for their AD and learn how to like, maybe if you do have a good monster box, rune something different and beat him that way. Or like, no, like, oh, your runes still aren't strong enough. Maybe you don't have a Lucian that's 100% crit with high enough damage. Just farm, like that's, I know that's like a typical thing to say, like a farm better runes, but that's the nature of the game, right? You need to progress. You can't go from like a fighter 1 and then become legend because oh, you watch some video. You just have to like play the game and like put the work in.
For the most part, a lot of people have put a lot of time and effort into getting to where they are. All right, RYUUJIN, so why don't we focus in on some more specific aspects about arena. Why don't we talk about arena offenses and arena defenses a little bit. If you could pick a few core or staple arena offenses that you think every player should have available to them, what would you say that they are?
A core in this current meta, AO obviously Lucian. There's many different Lucian AOs actually, but like if you could build like a double, there's speed Lucians, there's fat Lucians, there's double fat Lucians with Leos, like whatever you have in your box and try to like make do with it. Well, speed Lucians as well. Like if you want to compete speed, because a lot of speed ADs are not typically tanky. They're really like they're either there for disrupt or just damage, so they just get cleaved easily. Honestly, I think Tiana is a very good offense, any type of Tiana offense. But the thing about Tiana offense is it gets outsped by speed ADs because her base speed is really low. So I will go like current meta is a lot of people are using Kaki right now because Kaki is very strong and he's very easy to get. He's an Nat4, and you don't need to. The thing about Kaki is since you don't need to ruin him crit, you just need to ruin him with stats, and he just does a good damage. So a lot of Kaki Galleon AOs, Tiana, Kaki, Galleon, and then the third could be anything, like another speed lead or more damage or a second or two Kakis or, maybe another Oni for that.
All right, so why don't we pivot a little bit to arena defense? What would you say are kind of like the core meta arena defenses that you see these days?
I categorize defenses in three specific ones. There's speed, there's tank stall, which is the same thing, tanky and stally, and then there's disrupt, which is sort of like goes in with speed, but it doesn't really have to because there's certain specific monsters that could just disrupt without requiring high speed. It's just like it's almost like a hybrid between a tank and a speed, but mostly when you think of speed defenses, it's mostly like Samath and then more like right now the current meta like you see a lot of people using like literally everywhere is Samath and Savannah, right? That's just two damage dealers. Samath comes back and hurts you. Those are the three that current meta that I see. For me, I always prefer a much more tanky and stally defense overall versus speed.
All right, RYUUJIN, thank you so much for your time. Before I let you go, any final comments, thoughts, anything? Is there anywhere our viewers at home can reach you at? Discord, Twitter?
Yeah, my Twitch is literally just RYUUJIN X on Twitch. And then if you guys want to add me on Discord, you could add me on RYUUJIN number 1337. I don't really have a Discord server, so sorry guys.
Thank you once again, RYUUJIN, for being on this episode. We hope you all enjoyed it at home, and let us know who you want to see on the next one. Until then, it's your host B, and we'll see you again on the Proc.